Hello friends, hope you're well. In this video I want to talk about why playing the rigged game is no longer sustainable for many of you guys. So when I say playing the rigged game, I am talking about when you look at the cost of living right now. There are just so many things that are no longer sustainable, especially if you're a caregiver, and there's so many things that are happening. If you switch on the news, it just seems like there's a lot of chaos. Brand new bill here, new law introduced here, and it's very hard to figure out if your job is safe or not. I'm here to tell you, your job is safe. In fact, your profession is safer than ever. But you gotta move correctly though, because now you have the leverage. If you understand what I mean by leverage, caregiving in general is not something that most people can go without. It's a necessary service. As people get older, you find many might have a lot of money, but they don't have anybody they know, like, and trust around them anymore. Things happen. Go talk to the older generation. They'll tell you some things, some real stuff. And what I've noticed is that people have the money, but they don't have people that can care for them like that, for multiple reasons. It could be their kids are very busy. For example, myself, I'm very busy. I got two parents. They're still in their 70s right now. They're still alive, thank God. I'm grateful for that. But I'm not there to be able to take care of them myself. I can't do it myself. So what I would have to do is find somebody that I know, like, and trust to take care of them. But they gotta be to my standards. And this is what happens to a lot of wealthy families as well. All across the United States, they will have their kids that are grinding, that are working all the time and everything. So those are the ones that will most likely make a decision on which caregiver is going to be allocated to their parents and stuff like that. And reaching these people, it's not as difficult as you think it is, by the way. You run Google ads, you run TV commercials, only in the rich neighborhoods, and I can teach you how to do that. In this new economy, you guys need to understand that you have more leverage than ever before, because your services are much needed. The rich clients also have the same problems that the poor people have. They probably have more problems than you and me, who don't have a lot of money. That is because when you have a lot of money, you're met with a lot of obstacles. You know what I'm saying? A lot of challenges, such as who you're gonna trust. Have you ever been around a lot of rich people? They don't have a lot of people that they trust like that. That's because a lot of people are not very trustworthy, unfortunately. It is what it is. So the screening process has to be on point. If you subscribe to this channel, if you're watching this content already, you're already up there. I'm telling you, you're already up there. Dusty people do not watch this content, guys. People that have not really worked on themselves don't watch this content. Instead, what they'll probably do is ignore it because it seems like rambling and complicated, or they get triggered by it. It's triggering. But if you're watching this, if you subscribe to this, and you hear everything that I'm saying, you understand everything that I'm saying, this is go time for you. These wealthy clients need quality caregivers. And if you're a quality caregiver, you need to brand yourself as a quality caregiver. And that starts with how you put yourself together, how you dress, how you present yourself to these rich people, how you convince them to do business with you. How do you ask for the money? That's the question. If a rich client walks up to you right now and says, "Oh, so what do?" And you tell them, "Hey, I'm a caregiver, blah, blah, blah." How are you going to convince them to give you money? Don't worry. I can teach you how to do that. Schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I'll teach you sales skills on how to convince rich clients to do business with you, because they need your services. And you need to be able to convince them that you're the best. Because if you're not convincing, if you're not confident, how are you going to command $300 an hour? How are you going to command, the rates that you really deserve, because you're the best? It starts by learning new skills. The number one skill is sales skills, guys, in the home care business. Like I said, a lot of you guys are good caregivers. There's no question about it. Some of you have been doing it for 20 years, some 15, some 10, but your sales skills suck. If you invest in yourself, I'll teach you everything. Schedule time. Talk to you soon.